What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Hayes, back again with another scary, creepy type video. This time we are reacting to 5 haunted houses and their creepy background stories. This one is by Mr. Nightmare. If you have not yet subscribed to him, please do. Without further ado, let's get into this video and let go. The music is already pretty creepy.
Number 5, the Dudley House.
Already sounds
Gideon
scary.
Dudley settled in this house in 1747 on land that was once a Mohawk Indian tribal ground. The surrounding forest was named Dark Entry. Many people are said to have vanished into the forest, while many others who have lived in there have gone insane. People who visit the forest today claim to hear screams coming from deeper in the forest. Visitors to the area have even had the sensation of being pushed by unseen hands, scratched, and witnessed orbs.
Fuck no.
An anonymous person who got close to the house claimed to have heard manic banging on one of the windows from the inside.
Rough sex.
He couldn't see who or what it was, as the blinds on the other side were down. However, he could see the blinds being pressed into the window with each bang.
That's fucking
Now
weird.
owned by the Dark Entry Forest Association, it is heavily patrolled by state and local authorities who warn that anyone visiting the site will be arrested.
Shit.
Number 4, the Harlow House.
Harlow.
In 1932, 42-year-old Hollywood producer Paul Byrne married 21-year-old Hollywood starlet Jean Harlow.
Damn, she gorgeous.
2 months later, Byrne died under mysterious circumstances in the couple's home.
Okay.
After crime scene tampering from
Is that a real
high-level
photo? I
studio
swear that's
executives,
masked.
his death was ruled a suicide, though suspicions fell on his ex-wife, who committed suicide a day after his death. Jean would die 5 years later of renal failure, and the house later became the home of Sharon Tate, who claimed to have seen Byrne's ghost on the grounds.
Probably.
Sharon Tate, as you might know, was savagely murdered by members of the Manson family.
Oh, shit.
People who have gone to visit the house or just to see it up close in person have reported seeing shadowy figures standing by the windows, and at other times feeling a ghostly presence surround them.
That's a nice ass house, but with
Number
ghosts in
3,
it?
the
Fuck
Connecticut
no.
Funeral Home.
Hell no. Fuck.
Built in 1916, this suburban
Stop
residential
scaring me
home
like
was
that.
used as a funeral home from the 1930s until it was
Piss,
purchased
man.
by the Snedeker family of upstate New York in
Okay.
1986.
That looks a scary ass family. Look at them.
Upon
They all
moving
want to
in,
like kill you.
the Snedekers
Just look at
found
that. Look at that picture, man. Look at that picture. They're staring into my soul. I feel like they're all gonna murder me. Like the one right in the middle, like this, like girl right in the middle of these kids. Like she's gonna turn into like the poltergeist and like fucking go apeshit crazy. Like turn into a pretzel and like kill me with her foot or some shit. I don't know, but like I don't know what's going on in this photo, but they're all like, they all have like black eyes, and it's really fucking scaring me right now. Guys, help me. I'm tempted to go grab my pillow again, but I'm not gonna be a pussy, Hayden. You're not gonna be a pussy. Don't be a pussy, Hayden. All right. Anyways, let's get back to this video. Let go.
Various mortuary items, such as coffin handles and a blood drainage pit, and a series of supernatural phenomena showed up next. First, it started out with just doors and windows opening and closing. Then it got much more horrifying.
Like what?
They would wake up at night to screams coming from around the house, or cries coming from inside closets.
Oh shit. Okay, stop.
The oldest son, who was at the time in the middle of radiation treatment, began to exhibit radical personality shifts, becoming withdrawn and angry. He began writing poetry with necrophilic themes, and during one intense
I just
episode,
broke
he
my toe.
attacked his cousin with the intent to rape her. His family had him arrested and taken for an evaluation, where he was pronounced schizophrenic. He was removed from the house and seemed to get better, until returning. They moved out sometime that same year. Number 2, the Summerwind House.
Damn, that's
Located
scary
on the
shit.
shores of West Bay Lake, in the far northeast regions of Wisconsin, are the ruins of a once grand
ruins.
mansion that was called Summerwind.
Still looks sketchy.
The house is long gone now, but the memories remain, as do the stories and legends of the inexplicable events that once took place here. The mansion was built in 1916 by Robert P. Lamont as a summer home for he and
He
his
looks scared as
family.
fuck too. Damn.
Nestled on the shores of the lake, the house caught the cool breezes of northern Wisconsin and provided a comfortable place for Lamont to escape the pressures of everyday life in Washington, D.C., as he would later go on to serve as Secretary of Commerce under President Herbert Hoover.
Hey, that's right.
But life was not always perfect at the summer home,
It wasn't?
as legends have it. One night, the basement door began to rattle, and Lamont, thinking it was an intruder, actually fired a pistol through the door twice.
Oh shit.
It turned out it was not an intruder, however, but rather a ghost. The bullet holes in the basement door from the kitchen remained for many years.
It's a ghost.
Upon the death of Robert Lamont, the house was sold a couple times. It seemed that nothing strange really happened there besides Lamont's encounter with a ghostly intruder until the early 1970s. It was in this period that the family living in the house was nearly killed, supposedly by ghosts.
Damn.
Arnold Hinshaw, his wife Ginger, and their 6 children moved into Summerwind in the early part of the 1970s.
Okay.
They would only reside in the house for 6 months, but it would be an eventful
I'd resign
period
for
of
one
time.
night. Not even.
From the day that they moved in, they knew strange things were going
Yep,
on in
I'd
the house.
be dead out of there. I'd be
It
gone.
had been vacant for some
fuck this.
time,
I'm
but it
gone.
had apparently been occupied by
I'd go live in a
otherworldly
box.
visitors. The Hinshaws and their
I'd be homeless
children
for a while.
immediately
Give a
started
shit,
to
I'm out
report
of that
vague
house.
shapes and shadows flickering down the hallways. They also claimed to hear mumbled voices in darkened, empty rooms. When they would walk inside, the sounds would quickly stop. Most alarming was the ghost of the woman who was often seen floating back and forth just past some French doors that led off from the dining room. Windows and doors that were closed would reopen on their own. One particular window, which proved especially stubborn, would raise and lower itself at all hours. Out of desperation, Arnold drove a heavy nail through the window casing and it finally stayed closed. Strange phenomena continued to occur all the way until the family moved out.
Damn.
Number 1. On a quiet residential street in a small town sits an old white frame house. On a dark evening, the absence of lights and sounds are the first indication to visitors that this house is different from the other homes that surround
It's
it.
hella different. Now it's
Upon
sketchy
closer
as
inspection,
fuck.
you'll notice its doors and windows are tightly closed and covered.
Fuck.
An outhouse in the backyard suggests that this house does not occupy a place in the 21st century,
no.
but somehow belongs in another era or story.
Burn that shit down.
A weather-beaten
Burn it.
sign hanging from the
Just
decrepit
burn
front
it.
porch warns rather than welcomes.
Burn it.
This house is known as the Murder
Fuck
House.
that shit.
The walls still protect the identity of the killer or killers who bludgeoned to death the entire family of Josiah Moore and 2 overnight guests on June 10th, 1912.
Shit.
Almost 97 years later, the house's secret continues to draw many visitors to the door. To some, it seems to be speaking. Visits by paranormal investigators
house
have provided
speaks?
audio, video, and photographic proof of
Is
paranormal
this a fucking
activity.
Monster House? Like whatever that
Tours of
movie
the house
was?
have actually been cut short by children's voices, falling lamps, moving ladders, and flying objects.
Damn.
Physics seem to have confirmed the presence of spirits dwelling in the home, and many have claimed to communicated with them.
Damn straight! Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Nightmare has to put in those jump scares. Come on. I didn't know there would be jump scares. I was like, okay, background stories. No jump scares. Yeah, I'm good. No jump scare. Fuck. I shit my pants. Anyways. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And like always, the original link to this video will be down in the description along with my other social medias and my main channel. Please go check that out. I'll see you guys next video. Peace.